Paul C, who you said pretty much taught you everything that you needed to know about, producing and things like that. For those people who might not know who he is, kind of behind the scenes type, give the listeners a little insight about Paul C as a man.
All right, man. This is my dude, Paul C. McCasty. All right, so you take, like, the late 80s. This is the late 80s now, you know what I'm saying, like 89, man. Like, we got hip to this guy in the studio, man, Paul C. He's making noise, man. Like I said, it's word of mouth. You got hood to hood. Everybody's talking. It's like, yo, this one's nice, that one's nice. And so, you get the word. Yo, there's this dude, man, Paul C, man. He's crazy on the beats, man. Like, he's just getting busy on the beats. And then you hear, like, Super Lover C and Casanova Rudd do the James. And they like, yo, he did this. And, yo, he did Ultramagnetic and, all these things, man. So it was like, all right, cool, we got to, enlist him, try to go work with him or whatever, man. So, we went over there, to work with him and everything. And it was like, it was bug because, like, Paul was just like a straight white boy. You know what I'm saying? Just a straight white boy. Like, I'm not a racial dude like that or nothing. Like, I grew up in the whole melting pot, man, but it was like, this is Paul C? It was like, wow. It was like, wow. And then it made me even, gain more respect because it was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? So then he kind of took me under his wing because it was like once I was like, oh, man, and I'm seeing him flip the drum machine and everything. So, I was hungry, man. I was like, yo, I got to learn this, man. Because I already had my little niche, like my little records, and, I would do this if I had this. So he just he blessed me, man. He was like, yo, hey, man, I'm gonna throw you the drum machine for like 2 weeks, man. And I just went in, man. That was like the biggest blessing, man, for me, man, because that was like a $2,000 drum machine, and he just blessed me like right then and there, like, yo, go ahead, man, hold that for a second and shit, and I just boom, 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 tapped out some joints, and from that, from letting me hold that joint, man, I like made beats, like my first beats that I sold, like to Intelligent Hoodlum and all types of stuff came out of that, man. So Paul, man, even outside of music, man, just Paul was, what I'm saying, he was like a blessing from God, man. His untimely death, man, I still feel, man, and what I'm saying, Paul C, he lived forever, man. I always shout Paul C out, man, definitely.
Well, he's also not only from teaching you just about the ins and outs of production, but he also got your foot in the door. And a lot of people don't know, got you working on Eric B. and Rakim's album, Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em. Tell us about that whole process.
Man. Yeah, man. I mean, it was terrible, man. I mean, it was bittersweet, man, because it was like, he passed away, and Eric B. and Rakim were like, yo, so we got these tracks. He was working on their new album, blazing them, like giving them straight dope, like, yo, this is ill, like. And then, when he got killed, man, it was like, yo, we got these tracks, man, and it was on a whole other level. And, I mean, I had really went in, like, I was chopping, I was going crazy, like, getting busy. And they were like, again, word of mouth, dudes like, yo, there's this kid, man, like, he was right up under Paul, man, like, Paul, Large Professor Paul, that's the next Paul, and then, Eric B. and Rakim, they shouted out to me, man. Then I wound up like, 18, 19 years old in the studio, 48 track, big, crazy studio, you know what I'm saying, chopping joint stuff for them.
So how did working with Eric B. and Rakim, moving on to another legend of the game, how did that transition to working with Kool G Rap and Polo?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's all fam right there, because, like Eric B., everybody, same thing, man, from the hood, so it's like G-Rap's right down the block. It's like, yo, this kid, man, he getting busy, man. He got that energy. He chopping these joints up. And G-Rap, it was just like, yo, domino effect. It's like, yo, now I'm in there with G-Rap, man, and we blazing joints, man, just getting busy.
So you've worked with probably in the top 5 of greatest MCs. I mean,
oh yeah,
with Nas, between Nas, G-Rap and Rakim, and then you've been on songs with KRS. As far as watching these cats record, being in the studio with them, who impresses you the most? I don't want to go ahead and say who your favorite is, but who kind of impressed you the most when you were work with them?
Slick Rick.
All right, that too.
Slick
How
Rick.
could I forget? Of course.
Slick Rick.
Tell us about him.
Slick Rick is the illest, man. Slick Rick is the illest, man. Like, Slick Rick, man, I got so much respect for that man, man. Like, he's, you know, because his joints come out, man, I mean, and he's not afraid to, you know, just like bug out on the song, like, but it's I don't know, it's just crazy, like, how he does it, man. Like, Slick Rick would come in, man, sit down, do his vocals, you know what I'm saying, like, get it right, yo. It's
plus he's like one of the most better, well-rounded MCs out there as far as you know, especially with the storytelling is just ridiculous is what he's known for.
Yeah, definitely.
Now you had mentioned like coming up under different producers, and there's something that always happens, and you hear rumors, especially with the early Eric B and Rakim, of people getting credit for beats, and even happens today. You hear about Alchemist and Muggs, and there seems to be this thing where when you're a new producer coming up, you have a situation where you may have produced beats and other people get credit for it. How do you feel? Have you ever been in that situation, and how do you feel about it? Is it just important that you get the music out, or is there an issue there?
Yeah, man, when you hungry, man, you like, you know, you kind of sometimes, you know, I mean, well, the prima donnas today, you know, they coming in, you know, and they like, yo, where's the contract at? Where's this? I need this. You know, but back then, man, it's like, you know, when you getting busy, because this is a street culture. This isn't, you know, when I'm coming from the days when it was no contracts, where they was kicking dudes off the block for breaking, you know, for break dancing. It's like, you know, these people were like, get out of here, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, we embrace each other, you know, it's like, yo, each one teach one type, you know, but some dudes, you know, once they cross that line and they get in that corporate structure, you know, a little trickery goes down, you know what I'm saying? But it be that hunger, man, you know, like a dude's like, word, y'all like my joints? Like, all right, so, yo, go ahead, live. Like, yo, get busy. And, you know, sometimes, man, it just turns out crazy, man. But that's like also initiation. I always look at it like initiation into a gang. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to go through the chains and bats. Like, you know, you got to get beat up for that. And then, you know, you can stand up proud later on and say, yeah, no doubt, I withstood that, man. And, you know, everything's good now.
And given that you're one of the pioneers and one of the godfathers of the past 20 years, the boom bap era, and you've never had to compromise the quality of the music in order, you know, to make money, has hip-hop allowed you to live comfortably doing what you do?
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, you know, at first, you know, coming from the street culture, you know, you a little foolish. You know, it's like you're a street dude. You don't really know, you know, the value of money and everything. It's just like, yo, I could chop records up and get money and do this and that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, thankful to God, man, that, you know, over the years I started wisening up and started saying, okay, well, this is a business. You know what I'm saying? People are getting paid. These record companies are making a lot of money off of this street culture. And, like, I just started taking that attitude, like, all right, cool, you know, start, you know, taking care of the records, start making sure everything is, you know, everything counts, you know, and things like that. So, you know, I got my little treasure, man, my little treasure chest. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
Hip Hop Project, Cosm Rocks, DJ Monkey, chilling with us right now is Large Pro, Extra P joining us live. We're doing the tribute show tonight. It's for one of our best shows that we've ever done.